Hey everybody, we're still trying to tackle the crime issue with the orphan gang, but I wanted to look into one of the things that we set up in the last video, and that was passenger trains, an inner city sort of looping passenger center here. So when I first started doing these trains, I already sent one out. This is a new one. When I first started doing these trains, I was telling this thing to go get motor wagons, which is why it wasn't actually doing it. I've since switched it to getting passenger wagons, and of course that is going to help the problem. So now we have these, and we're then going to go over and pop this into here. We're going to have this go the opposite direction. So you're going to pick up people here, and you're going to bring them to this stop, and then you're going to bring them to this stop, and then you just go back in a big loop. And I think for this, I'm actually going to leave the working one on because its first stop is here. I do want it to kind of be moving people around, not just, you know, workers or whatever. So, or just passengers and students. So I'm going to allow everybody to ride that train. And I may go ahead and do the other one like that too. This train goes to the stops in a different order than the last train does. And this kind of gives us two different intercity trains that will just kind of go back and forth. And maybe they'll end up at the same point at the same time. Hopefully that's not the case, but it's possible. We'll see. If I need to, I can get them going the exact same way, and then I can have them tag up at the end station over here instead if they need to there, because that's always possible. Albeit, it's not really that easy to do that, though, because this track doesn't go in there, too, so maybe there's a need to have this track go in there, too. We could always just get a different end station as well, but anyway, I wanted to start things off with the train because I know that that was most likely going to be something that I'm going to get a comment for, and I wanted to make sure I covered it. So, all right, so this has workers, and it is on its way to the industrial train yard. We are going to take a look at the industry. We haven't actually touched this in a long time, so just kind of figure out where it is. A lot of this stuff is paused for construction, and the train distribution office is not paused. It's just been taking a long time. There's 76 days left in the bricklaying over here, so that's just taking a while. But the vehicle production line is paused, of course, because we don't necessarily need it yet. And we are having a difficult time keeping workers in this building. We have a lot more people in here, but we still have a really low unemployment rate. Our unemployment is basically zero. The only reason it says 4% is that every once in a while people will come over here and they'll be waiting for too long and they don't get picked up, right? That's the only reason why a lot of these guys are going and telling me that they are unemployed. What I'd like to do today, we have a lot of people here, and we definitely don't have enough capacity for sports in this area. We're definitely going to need more sports capacity to help cater to their needs. So I'm over here, and I'm going to do the bit. There's actually two different sports halls. I didn't catch that before, so I made the sports hall here. Oh, that's the indoor pool. Oh, I did the sports hall somewhere else. Maybe it was over there. Well, either way, I didn't catch that there was actually two of these suckers. And it turns out there's one that's really big and can handle 175 people at once. That seems like a good thing I should put in this little spot here. So we're going to have like a little sports park, if you will, in this area. So right about here should be good, I think, for this. Seems fine. And we probably want to make this at least gravel in this area just so more people can walk into it. But they are mostly going to be using the walking paths anyway, I would think. I am tempted to make this patch of road right here, especially on this side, make this patch to be the roads with streets and sidewalks. But the only reason I don't is because we already have a sidewalk on this side and they can technically cross here. And then they can also get over here, but looks like, yeah, there's a sidewalk underneath this. I wasn't seeing that either. I'm off today, aren't I? I'm going to be off today. This is going to be an off day. Anyway, so sidewalk is going underneath up to this point at least, and then it comes through here. So we want to continue that trend and have this sidewalk come across this way. I think probably cutting through right here. And then we can have you go down at this point. Let's maybe make this a little bit cleaner here. We can have this sidewalk come through from this way, right? Oh, absolutely, right there. Yep. So this side will come down this way. Maybe we'll just have it meet up right at the little water substation's in the way, but I'll just do it like this. That's fine. Yeah, no problem. Then from here, we'll have you come out this way. Actually, kind of want to do it from the other side. That way the lights end up on the proper side. So we can do it from this side and then have it go that direction. Seems good. And then finally we hook that up there. And then we have the walking paths for the sport hall like that. Okay. And then we can place other buildings in this area, like other monuments and things too. Additional garbage collection could be in here as well. We could go in and do something like this for additional garbage collection. I think that would probably fit here. Yes, indeed it would. Go ahead and submit that. And we can get road crews and stuff to just come out and just take care of this. So all these guys coming through here, and then the helicopters can build that. And just to allow workers to walk here to help, we can also go like that with a mud path. Now the workers can at least, you know, get in here from this side, and I can do the same thing over here to let them in from this side and stuff. So there is at least a path to building this. We want to go and just have the regular construction crews be able to work on this as well. And then we're not going to be able to get the regular construction crews to do this until we connect it to an actual path. But I kind of like the dirt roads here, right? I don't need to upgrade them because everybody is getting to this point with walking paths. At least for the most part they are. They can get there on this side for both of those residential buildings. I really don't need it to spread anymore. I guess the only reason for it to go any further would be to get into this area, but we can also plant additional sports capacity over here for during the summer and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we go over and we get like additional football fields and stuff over on this side. So I could put this here, which would be interesting. Maybe it's not the best call. We already have a soccer field. Basketball, volleyball court thing would fit here too. Might be an interesting one to do if it fits. I just need to get one of these walking paths out of the way and make that happen. I think it's going to be this side. I think I'm going to drop that one. And if I can drop that one and fit this in here, then great. And it looks to me like it's just a hair too wide. It's not going to fit in this area. Maybe I can get away with... I want like the whole worker to the visitors ratio, right, is what I'm looking for here. I guess it's probably going to be maybe this volleyball basketball court combo. I suppose we could do. It's different than this. I just want something different. I can fit that here though. I'm just going to fit that here, and then I guess the other side can be the volleyball court 3 and 15. I can fit that like this. And then in the center and this area over here, something just as small, maybe the tennis. Can you fit here? Come on now. Okay, it won't fit. We'll put tennis here then. Tennis isn't that good of a deal though. It's 1 for 5. It's not a lot of people can play tennis. Football's still better for 1 for 22. So I guess we're just going to do another football one. I just need to be able to raise my capacity for sports and stuff in this area. Part of getting rid of crime and making people happy is being able to cater to their needs. And if I'm not doing that very well, right, then that's going to cause problems. Now, it's not the core problem right now, but it's something that I can at least work on and try to prevent from being a big deal. So we're going to work on that too. I want the sport hall, and let's have this walking path here be a high priority. We can get in there and get the job done. I think they're already working on it, which is great. And then we can go ahead and connect you. I was kind of hoping to do it on one of the points that we're already making, but it's fine. We'll just have 2 separate projects, I guess. Put the entrance here. It puts it kind of towards this direction so that these guys can participate more likely anyway. But we already have this side to connect to, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then I can also go and connect on that side. And then in addition to that, I can also have this path cross underneath. Yeah, should be able to do that. Cross underneath here and then connect there. And go ahead and mark that in as well. Get a lot of that going. All right. Can we reach that? Yeah. So we'll build the sports hall here. I think that's going to help a lot because you see we have a lot of... oh, we still don't have garbage collection in this area? You know, I got another idea. Let's try this. Instead of this, I think it's supposed to be here, and I just never built it. It's just bad. I just keep forgetting about garbage. It's hard to keep track of this stuff, man. Looks like this will cover all of the sports complexes. So we can go ahead and do one right here instead like this. And that actually gives me enough room to place a monument right here. And for that, we're going to have, I think, Lenin. I think Lenin's going to be here. He only works to 90 meters, but I if it gets all of these sports complexes, I say it's worth it. Put Lennon right here. Okay, cool. That's going to take care of that. Now, hopefully, when I click this building, we can see that, you know, can't participate in any sports. I'm hoping that goes away. Not going to do anything about spirituality, but also not being able to enjoy culture is a little bit disappointing, since we do have buildings like the Gallery of Art down here, and it's not being used hardly at all. You say that, and people join in, so okay. I guess it's being used a little bit. We also have a cinema over here, and this is accessible by a lot of people, but not these guys. So I think another cinema might be an interesting idea to help them with the culture. And I was kind of hoping to fit it in right here, but that's not going to happen because that's just unrealistic, isn't it? I think it can technically fit here. I just won't be able to get the road connection, but I think everything else would work, technically. Technically? I keep saying technically. Man, I am off today. Maybe I should just not record today. What do you think? Should I just take the day off? Can I fit that in here, please? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Everything is... Oh, there it goes. Right there. All right, now can I get that over across the tracks? Yes. Okay, so that would work as a cinema right in that spot, right? We could get a cinema there. And then we could technically... that's it, though. We're not going to be able to go anywhere else with it. So that's just going to have to be there. And then we can have the garbage, I guess, for this collected to be over here like this. Yeah. Pretty tight. Too tight. I don't like it. Nope. Decided I don't like it. We got the dirt over top the tracks here now, of course, so we're going to have to correct that. We're just going to go in and say, hey, delete that track. Hey, delete that track. And then we just cancel the delete, and it crashes. Well, it's okay. I didn't want to have this in here anyway, so we'll recover from the crash by just simply not doing that anymore. Yeah? It looks like they've built the road for the courthouse, which is pretty cool. We can go ahead and connect this. Looks like it's going to end up connecting there, which seems fine to me. We'll go ahead and do that. And now we have the ability to take this walking path the other direction, which is fine. We also wanted to hook it up over here to allow people who live over on this side to potentially work in the courthouse. It looks like they're not quite done with that little patch right there yet. So 7 more work days on that. It's kind of maybe a hint that I want people to come on over here and do that. And then I think I would really like to just redo this with having a full bus station right here. Might be a good idea. I'd like a proper one here. Although we just really don't have a whole lot of people waiting here ever, so it seems to be okay. This bus stop is really not used much because we just have so many other places for these guys to go. You can see barely anyone here doesn't have a job. It's mostly their inability to visit a pub or a tavern that they have a problem with. And going on that note, I think maybe what I'll do is I'm going to get another pub put in here somewhere. Like, where would that even go? Maybe right here. This looks like a spot where it could be okay for a pub. Now, some people are going to say, you don't want that. But if they're really unhappy and they want alcohol, I mean, it's right here. I can provide this need. I get it, you know, the addicts, you don't want to cater to it, but at the same time, you know, I'm trying to make them happy so they don't leave. Right? What if the guy leaves my republic because I didn't provide alcohol? Is that worth it? Maybe. But you can't just go cold turkey. I got to provide some goods, right? So we're going to put this little pub, maybe not a pub. Maybe we do something different. Like, how about this little bar here? Can this fit here? Yeah. How about this little thing right here? At least there's food. Right? At least it gives me something else other than a pub. And then, of course, the sidewalk is ending here, which is not quite what I was looking for. I can always indent this back, though, with this walking path being out of here. Yeah. As soon as this one's built, then we'll be good to go. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just delete this now. And then we'll put in that bar. Where is it? Right here. Put this bar in right here. Right against the tracks would be nice. Right like that. That's good. We're going to get the walking path connector on that side there. That's great. And then this side also, we can bring this up. And let's do it from the other side so we get the lights on the other side of that. There we go. And then we want this to go out that way. from the other side, so the lights are away from the street. There we go. And then from this side, we'll go this way, and we connect like that, and then like that, like this. Yeah. So walking paths everywhere. Looks pretty good to me. I like it. Go ahead and mark that in. There's a lot of designing going on in this area today to try to get this to be working. Let me check out the television station. So the government loyalty requirement is 62% for this. We only have 600 viewers-ish right now. If we scroll down, those 600 people are having their loyalty positively influenced right now, which is good. I'm also negatively hitting their need for alcohol, and I'm making them slightly happier, albeit with a slight deficit to their cultural enjoyment. If I bump this like this, at least I don't hit their cultural enjoyment, so I guess that's probably better. Switch over to the radio station. The 63% loyalty requirement here. Very, very good stuff. I like this balance. We're going to keep that going. Let's check our prison. It is done. Oh my gosh, is it done? Wowie, wowie, wowie. It is done. We have lots of warders here. We have no food, no clothes, no meat. Very, very bad stuff happening here, but incredible progress on their criminality. Let's go ahead and get them catered to here. Let's go ahead and pop that and make sure that we are delivering as many as 60% there, I guess. We should see the trucks take off now and do the things they need to do to provide for these guys. Let's make a 42% government loyalty requirement here. And we do need to provide a better walking path to this because I do want to have more people able to work here. So why don't we substitute this by going with this dirt path over from now instead to here. And then once we do that, we'll go ahead and get rid of this one, but we're going to upgrade it to just the standard asphalt path. We're going to have 95% walking speed on this. And we'll go ahead and get that without the lamps. It should be right here, and then there, and then this little path from here to there, and then from here to here. So this is going to cut us off from garbage collection on this side, but we should still be able to get these. I think these are in range as well. Yeah. So at least we can dump garbage off in this area here too. All right. Let's make sure that we get these things to be high priorities. Looks like that little snippet right there is not going to work, but that's okay. Let's get Cernicova labor on this, of course. Here we are. And maybe we will go ahead and accelerate that to a higher priority as well, just to make sure that they get in here and do it. This needs to be a very high priority too. I don't know how this didn't get done in time. I must not have selected it. It's the only thing I can think of since it's not green by anyone's standards. So we're missing a little bit of supplies now. It's just the meat. And I believe the meat, you don't have any. Yes, you do. You have a refrigeration truck. You only have one refrigeration truck, though. I think I'm going to take one of these open hulls and bring it over here. And then with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and buy this thing another refrigeration truck so that it can do its job a little bit better. The current refrigeration truck looks like what? Like this. Okay, good. We'll just buy that one. And now it should be able to bring things to the prison. As far as amenities for the prison, sewage tank is full, so that might end up being an issue. Looks like we're 53% full over here right now. And if I look down here, let me see what we're at. Why is it full? Looks like the piping is mostly done, but it's this side here that's not complete yet. Looks like all of this is mostly taken care of, although it's going into... Oh, I messed this up. It's going into the switch, but I never actually connected it to its end destination, which would actually need to be done. This definitely is something that is required for this arrangement to work here. So why don't we say that this stuff is now another high priority for our helicopters to do, okay? And we'll also get Cernicova labor to come out here and do as much of that as they can too. We're missing fuel. Excuse me? I have got to do something about this oil. Like, the fact that oil is... It's just not coming in fast enough, you know? Like, I can get 150 workers in here, but they'll just drain this tank super quick, and then they're sitting here waiting. If I stop plastic, that might be the answer, because remember, plastic is pulling oil out of this, right? And so if I stop plastic entirely, which I could do for a little while, perhaps that's Perhaps that's fine. Maybe we'll go down to 2 workers here. I know, a measly 2. But if it helps if it helps me not pull oil faster, then it might be worth it. Granted, the chemical plants and stuff too are also pulling oil. They're just doing it with a truck. And there's not that many chemicals, so we probably don't want to use as many chemicals. Although it's possible the train just picked up chemicals and sent it out, so I shouldn't probably judge it right now. We're very good on crops. Very good on crops here. We're trying to play catch up on clothing, looks like. I did just ship it out. Did I uncheck that? I needed the money for that bring in citizens thing we did last video. So I had them ship out clothes. But I think I unchecked it. I remembered unchecking it, just checking. Yeah, I unchecked that. Food? Can we export some food? We're still pretty good on exporting food. I think we're going to generate a train to export food. I realize this is a little bit micromanagey, but I'm going to do it anyway. So food, unload. There we go. I'm also going to do a mechanical components unload, because I think this is going to allow me to pick up mechanical components way over there and ship them out. Actually, speaking of which, why don't we head over there and see. 70% done with this. 70%, you guys. Let's have. It's only helicopters doing this. It's been helicopters only the whole time. Because the road's on this side, so we're gonna have to say that this road comes straight down from this side, I guess. We're gonna have that hook up there, and then have you hook up here. There we go. And then I don't think this construction office has ever even been able to participate because of that. But if I can get some labor down that way, which I doubt I can, because there's just no way that they stay in the car the entire way here. But in the event that they do, great. I want to get that done so I can start shipping things from that side a little bit more efficiently. Ooh, we have another. Oh man, we have another orphanage. All right, so the 3rd orphanage over here just got added, and I want to make sure that you get connected there. And then we need to make sure that you deliver up to 60%, please. Yep. This is a load. Clothing. Yep. All right. So now we'll see these guys spring to life, come down here and provide for this. And then we're just keeping as many tutors in here as possible since we don't have the goods. So the loyalty is going to drop. And if we go like this, we can really maybe help that a bit. I think that's pretty good. Let's reduce their dependence on alcohol, add a little anti-religious propaganda in there. And you need to go even better for the alcohol here. Come on. It's because we're getting overflowed again, aren't we? Yep. That's what it is. There's just too many kids in here, and they're all piling in. Looks like we have capacity in these other ones. Let's move the kids to these other ones. And then also let's take a look at the other orphanages as well. 97 out of 133, 102 out of 131. Notice how we have a much higher capacity for kids now that we have people with higher education levels in here. I can also raise this government loyalty up a little bit more. I think we're starting to catch up on loyalty a little bit. So I'm going to go 52 here, 52 here, and let's go 52 here. Then we probably want to bring this up to like 47, 47 there, and then 47 here. Of course, that is going to really ding us hard here, but it's a temporary thing. Just it gets itself sorted out the moment we get enough people in here. Let's check out this. So they actually can't walk here. The walking path's not completed. What's not completed? This is not done because I chose to do this freaking I chose to do it with the stupid electrical components again, right? I don't need to do that on every walking path, but I have done it on most of them here because I want the maximum walking speed, but I think that 95% would have been okay here. Regardless, we need this done, and I can't have helicopters doing it, so bring people here, please. I don't really care. All of you have been told to do this, but you're not doing it, so high priority there. At least we're going to get some of the amenities that they need brought in here, but they're going to be kind of screwed up kids in this orphanage for a little while. just a little bit. This kindergarten is done, and I've also noticed that this kindergarten does not have direct access to water. It has the sewer. The sewage access is there. It's way over there. But despite the water being physically closer, it does not cover this building. Because again, it's not a circle, it's a square, and this is on a side, not a corner. So At the moment, we've got our technical service offices are just bringing water in with a truck at the moment. And that's not a big deal. I think I'm content with that because it's really close by. Like the truck spawns from here and the water access is right here. So it doesn't take long to bring that water in with a truck. They could also pick up the water somewhere else too, I suppose. They could get it from a reservoir or something if they really wanted to. But speaking of which, the reservoir is not done yet. Sorry, it is done, but these pipes are not. So none of this stuff is actually getting its water access the way it should. I don't know how this is working. The only thing I can think of is that trucks are doing this too, right? They're dropping things off at these locations, at these substations. So we still need this stuff done too. There's a lot of little stuff that isn't done yet, okay? And this is kind of what happens with realistic mode. You get a little bit of stuff, 99 work days remaining, that kind of thing, right? So let's just make sure that we get the workers on this because I think that's pretty much all that's left. A little bit of concrete on that one, but just work days here. And then we can start getting the underground reservoir filled, and then that can just get pumped out throughout there. But despite that, this does not have water access directly. If I hover over top of this, no blue line spawns. So it's always trucks here. Where it's not going to always be trucks here. We have a specific spot where you're going to pull water from, right? And that's what these are going to do. I think it's possible that this is going to need a bigger pipe too. I did put a medium here. I'm hoping that that's sufficient. This is a large, and so is this. So I'm hoping that that's sufficient, but well, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Checking on the sports area. This complex is done. And I've got maximum staff working there. So we're just waiting for actually visitors to show up. And this is what I mean. They kind of come in waves. So you just have to be prepared for the waves of people that want to come in for the sports. And then we need biological waste containers there. Let's do like one plastic waste here too, just because. All right. Cafe and bar. That's going to get done soon. Is it just one of those times where I just let it go again? I just let this sit again? I want to check the prison one more time. We also have some rolling blackouts happening here, which is no good. Are you getting your stuff repaired? I mean, we're just a little short on workers over there, and I think maybe it might be time, you guys, to start thinking about replacing these buildings, right? There's 146 workers in each one of these, and these blocks look cool. That looks fine, but we can replace this with better housing, right? And no, I don't mean Nipro flats, okay? Although we could, but it's a lot of steel. Kind of done using steel at the moment. We're probably running low at this point. What I want to say is that we use these prefabs here, these 179, 96 quality, and they take up the same footprint. Slightly different in that the walking paths won't connect right away, right there, right? But they take up pretty much the same footprint. I could displace 146 workers and then rebuild that building before we have to maintain it, which in this case, that one's already been maintained. But there might be one of these that has wear and tear that's quite high. Kind of hoping that was the case, but damn, my people are on top of it. So this is an example of one that could get replaced, right? 50% wear and tear. So we don't need to start the reconstruction. We can just start a tear down instead. Same thing with this one over here. And then we just add more workers. And then with the walking distance, they can't quite reach this. And they need to. I need them to be able to reach that. And I also would love if they could reach this one, because that gets them over towards coal. So it'd be really nice to get that happening. I think maybe we might want to look at getting another housing area possibly placed over in this area so they could walk over to here. But that's a little hard to do. There's a lot of stuff happening here. It was never intended for me to make anything over here. I was going to just have this be open. And then there's the mountain and stuff as well. So I don't know about that, but we definitely had rolling blackouts there. And it's because of this. I think maybe if we get this going, we could have at least the workforce split between the two of them. You know? Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Generate even more power all the time. Turn that on. And then we could turn this one on too. But that's just, again, we need more workers in this area in order to actually process that. As far as garbage goes, in case you want an update, we're really not working this at max capacity. And we're really not working this at max capacity either. And yet we are conquering, just absolutely dominating over here. Especially with the cableway station, you can see how frequent the cars come in. And by that, I mean they barely come in, right? So we're processing garbage really well now. It's a pretty good thing. I'm actually concerned that... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I'm concerned that it's not coming at all, but there it is. So we are processing garbage very well now. This is because of our capacity increase as well. Our capacity for garbage has increased by 50% by swapping this around, right? So now our bottleneck is at the 30 tons instead of the 20 tons. So that's helping out a lot too. And of course, this building's not operating at all. But yeah. So just a recap on that and how that's all working. Got a couple of helicopters here that are getting up in age, but like I didn't think they were that old. 53% wear and tear. They're just not getting fixed. Is it not possible to repair them beyond this? Allow for repair. Yeah, so it's already been repaired. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, it's going to go back over to work in a construction office if possible, which is going to be over here. I've been repairing these, so we'll send that back over there, and then one of these helicopters might be really damaged. Yeah, 71 and 76. So you two are going to come over here. It looks like I could just click the button, actually, and it'll find the repair station. So if I send you back to work over here, right? I want to see if this actually works. I haven't seen that before. So if I click this, it says waiting for repair, but I don't think it's actually going to find a repair center. So I'm going to have to manually do it, which is okay. But I'm just going to have to send it over here to get itself repaired. And then this one here too is at 71%. We're going to send that over to get you repaired as well, right over there. Okay. So they'll land here and fix them up, yeah? I think we should be taking care of sports needs now. I'm hoping this helps our happiness. We're up to 68% now, right? Government loyalty is improving. Still a crime problem. Absolutely still a crime problem. But again, I told you, this is like a multi-year problem to fix. So we just have to be strong. This building is done. I will allow people to work into here as well, or to live here too. That opens up even more capacity for even more people. We're up to 22,000 now. I would like to get us up to about 30K. So then I have enough workers to just manage everything, provided I can get good education. Speaking of good education, I think maybe, again, I was kind of trying to do this a little bit differently, but I'm thinking maybe we could just put a Communist Party headquarters right here. Now, I can't do the big one. That's unfortunate because it's too big for this area. I would have had to have, had this worked out before. I could have maybe done it over here, but I have other plans for this area, and I potentially could implement those plans anytime. Why don't I put it over here, right next to my other thing? That would be okay. Because we're going to extend this coastline and make it flat anyway. So I could maybe put it here, and then as long as they can reach the train station, at that point, they would be able to go to school over here. So that would allow them to get off the bus here, or get off the bus there, and also the train stop there. So that's not a bad idea. But I think for now, just because of capacity issues, I think I'll just choose the small one. Since it could really easily fit in a smaller space. And if I could choose a space that everyone could walk to, that would be even better. But I think that's going to be just a little bit challenging to find. Yeah, it might have worked better before well, now, hang on. Oh. Yeah, go on then. We'll put it here. This is going to work better anyway, isn't it? Then I don't have to build these roads. And then I don't have to go this weird pathing with the walking path either. Right? Small one can go right here. Yeah, I think it totally can. All right, we're gonna do this instead. Let's pull this back from here to here, let's say. And yeah, I think we'll take and put it right here. Right there. And then you connect like that. I'm going to do the ones without the lights here just to get this moving. You are going to have lights, though. Brings you to this side like that. Then I connect you without the lights there. And then also I still want this to go this way for the ones on the other side. So it needs to come out like that. All right. We'll put a headquarters right here. It's a small one. It's not going to be able to cater to everyone who wants the university experience. But I think it's a good compromise because it gets it right in the heart of everything, which is nice. This already has 123 people living in it. That is amazing. We are going to need to do better with heating, though, because last winter was not rough, but you could tell that it was really straining. Like, everything was going to get really bad. You know, we should really take a pause and go after the oil situation, shouldn't we? Let's bump this to 47. We have lots of warders in here. We have a rolling blackout situation here with the prison as well. So definitely have a power issue. I'm gonna take and that power issue exists with 20. Okay, that's a substation issue. That's not a problem with the source. That's a substation issue. Where are you getting power at? It's the single substation. That's why. So this is trying to do everything, and it absolutely can't. We need more substations in here. So we're going to get another one. I'm going to put this one... let's put this one over... I don't want to put it close by, to be honest. We don't need this path anymore, do we? Certainly not here. We don't need it there. I'm just going to go this way with it. For the purposes of maintenance, we'll just do that. We can get rid of this. And then we can pop this substation right here. That should help a little bit. This is dirt pathing, right? I think we need a maximum capacity, and it's going to be one of these. So we're just going to say, yeah, I think we have capacity on this. I'm not sure we have a 235 capacity, but we're going to try it. So I'm going to put this right here. Let's bring it closer to this, actually, right here. Fine. Then over this way, like that, and then across to there. All right. Let's get that to be a big priority for people, too. We'll stick helicopters on it. We'll stick Sternikova labor, and we'll stick construction office on it as well. All right. And I think maybe a wind farm right here would be kind of an interesting idea for some supplemental electricity, provided the game allows me to do it. I do have a good amount of electrical components the last I checked, although we did just put a whole lot of sidewalks in, and I didn't check since then. So let's just check out the really quick here. So nothing in here, which makes sense. Nothing in here. Yeah, that's a little troubling. Maybe we don't have enough. Yeah, we have none. We are using them all. We just don't have any workers, you know? There they go. All the workers are coming in. They're very spotty. I need more trains. But I don't want to get more trains until... Oh, they're all going over to this stupid thing. Oh, that's not what we want. No wonder. Right, one. I really don't need them to go to that. I mean, I want it to be built, don't get me wrong, but it certainly doesn't need to be built yet, actually. Let's just cut that. We have 72 people over here. That's good. Now we should see electrical components, but we still have a problem. We don't have enough of them, you know? So I'm going to buy them. We're at 18.8 million. I'm going to start buying them again just so we can get this moving. Okay, this is awesome, though. -5% to criminality. So if I take a look over here in the prison, right, this person's got 16%. Every 0.1 years, it's going to tick down 5%, right, at the moment. So that's great. We have a lot of people in here now with 0% criminality. This is what we want to see. These are the changes we really want to see, right? Extra people here. This person's getting out, 0%. This person's, they got a little bit of time left, but it's not extreme, and we brought them down to 0. Now, this person is not loyal at all, and so it would be helpful if we were also positively affecting loyalty. Well, these are all default settings, right? So we can change these because they're default settings. So Soviet propaganda, we can pick this up, Go about like this, and now we're cooking with grease right here, right? This is great. Yep. And then we will take down their preference for alcohol, take down their preference for religion as well. This is a good balance. Yeah, they have a cultural enjoyment problem, but whatever, it's fine. And then, like, where are they going to work, right? Where do we send these guys to work? And I'm thinking maybe we send them to work. We can send them to the heater so that more of these guys end up going here instead of the heat, right? But look at this. Look at this prison, right? 27 warders here, but there's only 25 prisoners now. So we're able to positively affect this now. This is going to work, right? We're actually able to reform them on this side, which is great. Check out this. And you're super loaded now, right? Now the courthouse is really overloaded. And last year we let 11% of them go. Okay, so now it seems like this might be the right time to start looking into getting another courthouse. All right, so we'll get another courthouse, see if we can't solve this even faster that way. We have this little tiny snippet right here that needs to be built as well. So we'll get some workers in on that. And then I want to connect this as well. Is it that side? And it's the other way. It's this way. Yeah. So I actually need to make sure that this little walking path that we got going on here, I need to make sure that you're going that direction. I really don't need to do that, but if it's going to prompt another light, I want it to be on the same side, just because that's the way I am. Let's go ahead and make sure that we get road crews on this, and then the labor as well on that too. Okay. Have we solved the issue? Don't know, right? It's at the source. Take down crime, right? This one is struggling, right? This is a problem. We got red numbers all over the place because of how this one's struggling. So we still haven't taken care of the source of the problem yet, at least not completely. And so getting more educated is going to be very helpful there. We have a lot of uneducated workers here, or at least basic education workers here, right? We definitely want to get more of the upper education, university educated people in here, and that will definitely help. We can also like redistribute, right? So we have a lot of educated, university educated people in this one, and not as many in that one, and this one's not so great too. So just education in general is kind of lacking, right? These things are all connected together. But this one does look like it can handle a little bit more. So since this side is struggling, maybe what we do, if this side is going to be struggling like this, we could start transferring some of the kids over to the other one. Say, hey, you can take on more kids because you can handle it. So here you go. Until we get the loyalty issues sorted out, right? We also have the parking lots right here. These are done. We're going to say that we allow everyone to park here, and now people can drive into this area, and now we get to see how the traffic system works here. So this was going to be a two-way street, but this one is a one-way. Okay, this is going to solve the traffic issue. This is supposed to be a one-way street. Okay, so we're going to have you go this way like that, and like this, like this, like this, like this, that, and like that. All of that is one way, right? This is a one way as well. That should help solve the problem, because now people will come in from a different side, and they will be looking to leave from the same direction too. So let's watch this all work itself out now. It'll take a little bit, but they'll eventually do it. And then now that we've got that happening, we can go in and we can say, hey, how about you pave this whole thing, right? So now they can come in from this side, turn, and get in here. We'll pave this side, and we can also pave this as well. And then I guess we'll just pave all of this. Yeah. Get all this stuff done too. Yep. We'll leave this open so the cars can come in here, turn left, and then they'll turn right. Now this whole place will just work itself out for traffic because of that one way. So they're able to come in from this side, but there's really nowhere to go from this side, right? So we probably should make this an out as well. And so if they need to park in here, they're going to come through this side, and then they're going to turn over here. Maybe I put a turn right here. I don't want them to have to go all the way around. That was the part I was trying to avoid. Well, I guess they'll just make their way on the highway, right? And then just come in through here. Yeah. Maybe we should do that, actually. Why don't we do this? Bring this over and hook you up like this, too. Yeah, like that. Now they'll just stay here and wrap around rather than getting on the highway just to merge on and then merging off. They can just stay on this road if they want to, right? Or get on the main highway, and then these guys can still get off. So we'll have that done as well. Solving the little traffic issues that we're going to run into, yeah? Right, 90% health, 4% unemployment, and 22.3 thousand people. Pretty good unemployment rate. I like 4%. 5 or 6% would be better for expanding, but at the moment I'm just trying to fill the jobs I currently have, and so I really should be focusing exclusively on more housing, really, which is why this Nipro Flats got built and why this one's getting turned on, and we're going to go ahead and have that start to get built as well because we can. We also need these things to start getting done as well. I'd like to get this gas station and stuff moving if possible. So let's get the helicopters maybe to join in on that. Help us out there. Let's bring to life my helicopters. Get the garbage done here. Very good. Let's go biological waste. At least let's go probably 3 of them, I guess. Yeah. This is done now too. Very nice. And we are cruising. I like to see these numbers. Would like to see the loyalty rise a little bit higher, but overall, I'm pleased with that result. Right? That's a good result there. Is this traffic jam over by the? Oh my gosh! This stupid thing again. What is happening with you? I don't understand you. I even put this in. You go in here and then you're just immediately you're so confused all the time. You just won't go anywhere. It's like I can't reach that. I don't know what to do. And I keep having to sell it. It's not broken down. It's a brand new truck. So I don't know what it's doing, but it says it can't reach here. You know, it's some weird bug, but it forces me to sell the vehicle and take the loss every time. Because it's sitting there and bugged out like that, these guys can't go. They're just going to sit here at the border, and that's no good at all. Like, you're telling me you can't reach this, which makes no sense, right? I'm not crazy. That makes no sense. I will sell that vehicle again. It's the truck that's associated with taking the bitumen out of that tank and selling the spare bitumen. That's what that truck is. So it's coming from over here, but it glitches out when it gets to the border. It loses track of its route, and then it won't go to any depot. It's like it has no route anymore, and it won't go to a work spot. Very weird that way. I don't get it, but is what it is. I don't think I need this truck over here either. So these mechanical components, we could have them delivered somewhere else. I could just bring this over here, for example. I don't think I need this distribution office here anymore. This can go. Yeah, like getting meat and stuff, that's being handled by the trains anyway. So this thing can just go. Who knows? Maybe this distribution office, you know, being so close to the border, maybe that's what was causing the problem. Really don't know. Maybe we'll make this a gravel road just to have the whole thing be gravel. You know, just to say we did it. I don't know. Like, maybe it doesn't matter, but I'll just do it anyway. Be a low priority for a while. No big deal. Yeah, see these guys? This is great. And look at all the loyalty. It's way up above the percentage. We can raise the loyalty now. 52. Over here, let's go. 52 is already here. This is great. Let's go 57 on this side. Now we have great capacity for this. We can go 57 on both of these, I think. Okay, so yeah. Courthouse is definitely bogged down now. 12% of cases this year have already gone away, right? So there's still a lot of work to do there. So the courthouse is going to get built. Don't you worry. I want to reiterate, though, that if we didn't have that huge problem with orphans and we didn't have this huge boom of criminals, then we wouldn't have a ton of reoccurring crime. And I want to say that probably by 1995, we're going to find that we've got 2 courthouses and both of them are barely doing anything. I want to say it's going to take about 2 years, you know, for that to happen. But you know what? That's fine. If we go 2 years from now and our courthouses are barely doing anything, that should be a good sign, right? That's a sign that our republic is very stable. I should be happy with that, right? Fuel is a problem still. Barely anyone working in the refinery. We gotta focus in on that too. I'm not sure what's going on. I have more people now than I've had ever, and yet I have less people working over here. Like, there's just nobody getting off the bus. Most of the workers, to be fair, from the going to the refinery are coming from this area, and they're stopping here first. And I want to say that's probably because of these broken down vehicles getting in the way, right? Like, I need this guy, for example, to just, like, get the hell out of the way, go get repaired somewhere, right? Like, you can't send it to anywhere to get it repaired, apparently. All right, fair. In that case, I want you to... Wait, where'd you go? Right here. I want you to just get out of the way. I mean, this is a forklift. Why is the forklift even here? Oh, are you going to the... Oh, you're going to the scrapping... You're getting scrapped. Of course. Okay. You're getting replaced. But you're getting replaced by walking. Or by driving all the way there yourself and breaking down all the time. And that's slowing down all these buses. So now it's making it to where all these workers are just sitting here. That's the reason why the refinery is down, is because of that. We could probably go in and make things just a little bit more resilient to that. I want to say that we should bring people in via rail and drop them off, but there's really not a place that's good to drop people off for rail. Maybe if I had thought ahead about it, I could have maybe put a passenger station right here. I suppose that's technically still possible, but not really. Not really. And I also would like to start electrifying some more track as well. So we have this whole side here is all electrified right now, and we could say, because this side is electrified and this exists, that we can now electrify this side. And in so doing, all of these trains would then go on the left side on their way back. They would just have to find a way right here. They're going to get over there from here. Okay. So I think what I can do now is we can go in and we can add electrified railway to the jobs, and we can bring them from this side there like this. So we'll start electrifying this side. Okay. And we'll just do it. It's a one-way thing. All right. So the track builders should start doing this. Yeah, all along this side here, like that. All along this side, like that, and like that. Okay. I know these are all extra jobs here, but I need you to just ignore the light and go. Can you do that for me? Just go. All right, we'll get you added like that. And then what I need to do is go through the signals and start deleting the signals. And I probably could have, if I'd done that before, I might not have had to have all these different jobs, but it looks like now it's not going to let me delete them anymore. Yeah. So delete the signals through here. It's fine. If they complete one job, they'll keep doing the other ones. It's okay. But if we get rid of all these, then what we're left with is the need for two ways. So we'll go two-way, signal here, two-way mixed there. Get rid of this if we can. Nope, can't do it. Not sure why it won't let me, but it won't. So we'll go like that. Yep. To two-way on that side, two-way on that side, and then there's no signals anymore on this side all the way up to here, where we go with another two-way signal like that. Okay, so now this ends up being a two-way on this side. Now all the trains that are passenger trains, they should be using that left side track to get out of here now. And I want to see how this heat exchanger is getting along with fire. Why are we not putting this fire out? Fire trucks are called. Tell me we have tell me we have actual firefighters. We do, but it's not a lot. And of course, the helicopter's not going to do anything because why would it? So we need more firefighters over here too. I want to focus on Cernovsky a little bit more. We need to get this neighborhood up. I've had everything basically paused over here because I put all hands on deck on construction crews to be over here. But now that this is kind of the risk of it all has kind of gone away, I could get them back on these projects and get, you know, workers and stuff moving over here and gravel and stuff moving over here again. I think we're probably out of gravel, though. Is that a thing? We have 708. We shouldn't be out of gravel, but I think this thing is just overloaded. It's constantly doing things, and the main issue at the moment is that it just cannot keep up with what we want it to do. There's too many trains there. So I need to have all the jobs that originate on this side moving things around. I need it to come from this office, right? We're at 98% here. We're so close to having this done. Then I can get a bunch of trains to go ahead and get over here too, because there's plenty of opportunities for that to happen as well. I need you to stop dinking around. Oh, I messed you up, didn't I? I think I did because, yeah, you can't cross over to that side of the track either. Okay. This is a problem. All right. We have a bit of an issue here. I am going to return you home. Just kind of like faking it. I need to provide a way to cross over here. So I'm, you know, redoing those tracks over there. So I need a wood-based crossover that brings them about like that. Let's say about like that. And then I need that to be a high priority for my rail construction crew. And then we go like that to get them over on this side of the track so that they can continue on that direction. Okay. That's how we need to do that now. So rail construction. Hi. The 17 people that are over here waiting for a job. We're going to make sure that you have this job marked on your schedule. And you should also, of course, need to have all of these things too. So keep working on this rail. I wish I could mark these jobs right now, but it just won't let me do it. So we're gonna be building the rail from two different sides, I guess, which is screams like it's a formula for disaster to me, but we're gonna be doing it as best as we can. And of course, these guys just lost all of their workers because these guys are just waiting for red lights and waiting for trains that are trying to move, but they can't move, right? And then this guy here is all confused. Like, I can't go anywhere because I missed a signal. No. I didn't miss a signal. Yes, I did. I missed the signal. Hi, the signal's right there. Very good. Yep, be on that side now. Everyone be on that side. So turn around, go the right direction. My bad. I missed the signal. I'm sorry. All the passenger trains are just backed up with each other now. Fantastic times. All right. I'm causing problems over there, I guess. All right. So as you can see, oh, they're getting in with this little mud path here instead, which I guess is fine. But honestly, we could just make this. Yeah, you guys could just keep walking that way. It's fine. But look, second courthouse is now receiving cases. OK, so we're going to start seeing cases here, too. And of course, the sewage tank is overfilled because why wouldn't it be? I'm so good at this. All right. But I'm going to end this video by walking you through the plan for sewage going forward. Okay. We have this little area over here, right? Nice curving coastline, but it's not going to stay a nice curving coastline. Oh no. We're going to go height from center right here. We're going to get this terrain raised up so that it's about yay high. Okay. And we're going to get a road that comes right behind courthouse. Out here should be fine. And then it is going to go like that. Now, the courthouse is also going to need some trash collection. I forgot about that too. Yay me. So we're going to put some trash collection. I would like it to be on this side so that the garbage trucks don't have to go very far, but I think that's within the model. It is. Put it on this side of the tracks. Is that a problem? It doesn't look like it. No, that'll be fine. So we'll go about there with it. And let's get garbage collection there. Okay, very good. And just so I don't forget. And then we've got this sewage tank, which is very full, and it needs to be emptied with a truck, which is why we're like running behind on it, okay? So here's what we're going to do with this area. We've got this area already flattened with the road about this far. Then it's going to dip, right? It's going to dip to about, let's say, this height, right? Now that is markedly lower, maybe this height. It is lower than that road. So that road is now higher than where this is, all right? And we're going to also extend this out about this far. Actually, it needs to come out a lot farther than this. So we're going to be doing this, extend the dirt thing out for quite a while, okay? All right, right about this far, I think we'll probably take care of it, okay? And so what we're going to place here is we're going to come over to the plumbing area, and we're going to grab the sewage treatment big. And we're going to place one of these suckers right here. Should be enough space. There it goes. Pop it in right about, that should be fine. Right there. A little bit over more, like right about here. Right? Boom. We'll place that down as long as the game doesn't crash. There it goes. And gives us a little bit of space away from the road. The intake for sewage comes in on this side. All right. And we can always put this in with, various different switches and things like that. So I could put a switch, maybe like right here would be a good spot for a switch, honestly. You could put it in maybe like right here and make sure we're connected like that. And then the sewage could come in from, let's say, this one with a small pipe, I suppose. Put it into this side or this side. I think this side is probably fine. Okay. And then from there, it flows out with a big one to this input right there. Okay. It flows downhill. And then we leveled the ground slightly above sea level, but in order to get the discharge in, we might have to lower the land near the shore here to make sure that it's, all the way down. So we have the discharge goes on this side. And as you can see, we have, it's yellow, so I will have to lower the terrain, but we lower the terrain down right up by this, and that makes this downhill. So now we can just take this little area right here and just go 1, 2, 3. And we'll just go ahead and have, I think just these two built here. But what it ends up with is now we have a place where we can process all this crap, which is great. Because the idea here, right, you don't have to do this. We could just dump it in the water, of course, right? I always found the sewage treatment plants are very optional. You don't have to play with them. There's really no downsides to just dumping sewage directly in the water for any reason in any location. In fact, we could, if we wanted to, just go over and make like a little lake right here. We could take our terrain tool, go down right here, and just make like a little tiny pot of water. And then we just, as long as it's enough to where this discharge will fit, you could just dump all your sewage in there. The game doesn't really simulate health issues related to sewage being in a local water source. The only exception to that is if you're pulling water from that water source, like with one of these. Where is it, right? One of these, right? If you're doing the surface water outflow, then like absolutely you're going to mess things up, right? You're going to reduce the quality of the water, right? But we're not using one of those, right? We're using the groundwater wells, and these are not affected by this at all. So like you could pump this right here, 91% quality water right here, right by the lake, and you could be dumping sewage right here, and it's not really going to matter, right? As long as it's outside the little dots, right? You want to keep it outside the little dots. So I guess from this point here, you could be dumping sewage like right over here, and it won't matter, right? But I'm kind of role-playing this a little bit, okay? I think it's important to do that, is to kind of look at things and say, hey, how would I want my city to be? That's how I like to play these games, and so I am going to extend the coastline also over here, too. So we're going to have the coastline wrapping around like this, just to kind of smooth out that curve. And we'll probably do like a beach over here for people can swim, and They're going to be having fun in this water, right? Not to mention, I have a lot of boats coming in and out of here. And I don't know exactly. I don't spend a lot of time on the water myself, or we're on boats or not. But I feel like if you have a sewage outflow for a major city of like 20,000+ people, you probably don't want your boat, you know, kind of cruising through the sludge, if you will, right? It's probably not the most ideal situation for you. So, yeah. I'm going to have to make each and every one of these guys go home. Until the track builders can get there. This guy's on his way. Yeah, I need all of you guys to get out of the way so that the track builder can do his thing. And then you guys don't have to deal with this anymore. Track builder, go. I need you to hurry the hell up. Just get over there and make that track, please. So important. Yeah. So this guy's going to go all the way over. He's going to build that little thing there, and that's going to take care of it. And then all these trains can get out of here when they need to. So anyway, we're going to process the sewage here. It's within walking distance of all, like, what, 1,800 people or whatever. So that's going to work out really well, too. You can go home. Goodbye. So, everything is just so bad. I'm going to have this become asphalt road as well. Let's go ahead and get that done. I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but at some point I clicked there. Probably a walking path thing that gone wrong. We're going to have that turn into an asphalt road as well. That meets up with this asphalt road, which would be nice. And then we'll just have all these different jobs round this off and make this asphalt as well, okay? Kind of like that. And then this road is going to continue on, wrap around the coastline, and end up meeting up over here, right, in this area. I'm not entirely sure exactly where. I want to say right here is where it's going to go, like that. But this is the road that people will be on when they're going to the beach and stuff, right? So they'll be able to go around the parking area, or they can turn right into it if they want to, yeah? All right, so that's everything I was going to do for this video. I think we're in a really good position here, provided we get the sewage tank empty over here. I think we're in a really good position to tackle the crime issue and to create additional stability in the Republic. This is great. We can get more workers in here. We've got 2 trains that are going back and forth between all these stations and stuff, bringing people around. We've got buses that are hanging out, going all over the place. In fact, I think I have a spare one. Well, I thought I did, but I guess I don't. I can always get more. Buses that are moving around here, right? We got these roads that are kind of getting done, and these interchanges and stuff that are being worked on. This stuff is almost complete, right? These interchanges look pretty good. I like the way these roads are flowing, right? Start paving this stuff too. I think we're going to get this stuff here moving a little bit before we start tackling Charlevans North. This has to be stable. The Republic must be completely stable before we start Charlevans North, because this is going to stress the entire Republic so hard that if this stuff isn't working really well, like in tip-top shape, then the creation of this might tank me, right? It's going to hurt, right? So I need to make sure that it's really stable before we start focusing on this. But the highway and stuff is done, albeit it doesn't look all that great because it's not straight, but it's done. And we're ready to get like the one-way streets and stuff designated for this area too. We can go in and do stuff like this, for example, just kind of get these one-way streets happening all the way down like this, all the way over here. The buses will prefer, of course, to use the one-way streets when able. Multiple lanes, highest speeds, etc. So all the way like this. Yep. This way, this way, this way, and like that. All right. Very good. And then we'll leave this as a 2-way because the police are using it to return and everything as well. So we want to keep that going, but that's great. We got the one-way streets all the way out this way. We can also get these things to be one-way. I haven't done that yet either, but we can get that happening too. And yeah, this stuff all needs to be built too, which is taking forever. So look at this place, man. I think it looks really nice the way it is. It's going to look really awesome. We get this coastline with these beaches and stuff laying in through here. Some additional housing over in this area. And then should we get Charlevans North set up? I think that's going to look pretty badass too. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you'll join me for the next one. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I can even put a road through here. Parking lots right there. Take it easy. Bye-bye.